The Kingdom of Cambodia, one of the most populous countries in the world, is rebuilding from decades of civil war and the ravages of the genocide committed by the Khmer Rouge. 1/4 of the country's population was left dead, and thousands became refugees. Refugees fled to other Asian countries, but many journeyed to the United States. Our neighboring city, Long Beach, for example, is home to the largest population of refugees outside of Cambodia. How are the Cambodians faring today? What did Cal State Fullerton journalism students experience on their first journey to the southern portion of the Indochina Peninsula in Southeast Asia? That's our story on this edition of World Press, coming up next. Refugees who made their way from Cambodia into America carried stories of the tragedies they experienced during the Khmer Rouge genocide. The Cambodian people are still reeling from this in healthcare and poverty. A group of Cal State journalism students led by Professor Jeffrey Brody and Communications Dean William Briggs traveled to Cambodia to get a first-hand account of the horror of the Khmer Rouge that tore this country apart. They not only saw amputees, victims of landmines, but assisted physicians who travel with the students to help babies suffering from malnutrition, among other things. One student was brought to tears when she was asked by one woman to take her child to America. Students experienced slums littered with garbage and overwhelmed by sewage, and families that slept next to an indoor pig pen. Professor Jeffrey Brody has been taking students to Southeast Asia as part of his specialized reporting course for years. He joins us now. Jeffrey, thank you for being here today.
Pleasure.
And give us some background of this course and where you have been in the past. Cambodia is new this year. And what do you think the impact has been on students?
We traveled to Vietnam, and this is the first year we've gone to Cambodia. The impact is very profound. I mean, the students have an emotional, life-changing experience. The students love being there because they learn to operate as foreign correspondents. They also serve as part of a medical mission. They serve as a healthcare team. We had one student working directly with a dentist. He trained almost as a dental assistant. He could probably be a dental assistant in the United States, after this experience. But the most important thing is the students get out of their comfort zone in Orange County, and they're in the undeveloped world where they see firsthand what it's like to be a journalist on an overseas mission.
For the past few years you've been going to Vietnam. How did you pick Cambodia, and how did that come about?
We had contacts with the Cambodian Health Professionals Association of America. We knew about the dire needs of Cambodia. Cambodia happened to be one of the most poorest countries I've ever seen in my travels, and I've been through Africa, South America, and Asia. So we thought Cambodia would be a wonderful opportunity for the students. The dean also wanted to visit Angkor Wat, which is a World Historical Site of an ancient Khmer civilization.
And the students went to the killing fields?
Yes, they experienced the killing fields. They were directly on the grounds where, hundreds of thousands of Cambodians were slaughtered. There was one memorial that is comprised of skulls, a tower of skulls. It left people in tears.
Well, it seems like a wonderful experience, not only to give them the experience of being foreign correspondents, but also assisting the physicians that do go there and helping the people. And these are two students. Why don't you introduce them for us?
This is Naran Altir, that's Carmina Landicho, and both of those students were directly involved in the class. And Carmina, she was involved with people who had lost their arms to some tragedies.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I got involved with amputees, Dr. Fellows, and it was kind of just, I fell into it. I was walking around in the clinic of Kokong, and there's a man, he looked lost. He didn't have his left arm, so I just came up to him and asked him if he needed help, and he was trying to look for the prosthetic ward, which is what they call it. He never knew that there was even a prosthetic ward there, but he brought his daughter over the day before and he found out that there was. So he had to travel 2 to 3 hours by boat and foot to come back to the clinic and get his prosthetic fitting. And yeah, that was one great experience. I also got to go back home with him to see his living conditions, to meet his family. And I just want to cry thinking about it right
This was a rewarding experience for you.
Definitely.
And Professor Brody, we've talked a bit about some of the care that the doctors give, and blood pressure, for instance. And the problem is that when the doctors leave, there's no refills of prescriptions, correct?
That's really true. So that's why they often will do surgical procedures, because in surgery you get a quick result. But they also take care of, people who have acute conditions. And that we've seen, we had one boy who came in with his head was bashed in, and the doctors, sewed him up. The dentists do more than 1,000 fillings and pulling teeth and things like that, which is, a quick result. But for the chronically ill, it's very tough in an undeveloped country to get the medicine, they need to sustain themselves on a daily basis.
In the pictures that I've seen there's lines around these clinics, people really in need of help.
Thousands of people were coming.
Were you able to serve all of them, or did you have to
Yes,
turn?
we didn't turn anyone away. We were very good about that. People were patient. They waited in line. Often the heat was unbearable. It was over 90 degrees. The humidity was over 90%. But they came because they wanted to be treated by the doctors.
And Nuran, what was your perception of this experience?
Well, like I've been telling everyone, I feel like I've grown a lot on this experience, from this trip, because I've met so many amazing people who do amazing things, the way they communicate with the patients, with the doctors, with each other. I've learned a lot just by observing and by interacting with everyone.
And this story that one of the students told about a mother coming to her and wanting her to take her baby to America, this has to be very heartfelt and tragic in some respects. How do you view the country of Cambodia, and what kind of future do you see for these people?
Well, it's more of a hope rather than I actually see it happening, but I do hope that the people of Cambodia kind of pick themselves up by the bootstraps and just kind of work towards a better future. So.
Do you think you'll go back to this part of the world?
Definitely, Cambodia specifically. When I heard that we were going to Cambodia, it wasn't that I wanted to go to Cambodia at first. I wanted to go on the experience of a journalism adventure. But once I was there, I could not have seen myself anywhere else.
Would you go back, or?
I would definitely go back, especially because I am kind of familiar with a developing country since I'm from the Philippines. I saw a lot of my family and the people that I'm familiar with in their eyes, and that kind of made me want to help them more. And I feel like my work there isn't done yet. I want to go back and
it's really a small world, and we should help one another sometimes.
I agree, Dr. Fellows.
Professor Brody, you've done a great job with this class. And what's next? What are you looking at for next year?
We may go back to Cambodia. We could go to Vietnam. I want to give the students, a wide variety of experiences around the world. What basically we do is attach ourselves to a humanitarian mission. So if I find the right humanitarian mission in the right country, we'll be there.
Do you use the same organization every year, the doctors?
No, the organizations change.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, I think you all sound like you had a great experience, and certainly an educational experience and a humanitarian experience. Professor Brody, let's look at some of the reports from some of your students on healthcare in Cambodia. Healthcare is still scarce in this country. Students report from the mission on exactly how the living conditions are at this point. We begin with Carmina, who reports at the medical and dental mission in the rural part of Kokong, Cambodia.
Peer into the land of Cambodia and you'll find picturesque views and rugged landscapes such as this. The conditions of the people that live here match the setting. In 1979, Cambodia hit the headlines as the horrors of the Khmer Rouge regime was revealed. But that was a generation ago. Today, the world has vastly forgotten Cambodia. But the Cambodian Health Professionals Association of America has not.
We have such a great medical system, in the U.S. I mean, that's the top of the world, and you come here and you see people who never been seen before, living with problems all their lives.
In March 2012, the Cambodian Health Professionals Association of America embarked on its second mission to Cambodia. Started by Dr. Song Tan, a Long Beach MD, the CHPAA strives to continue care for the Cambodian people. Cambodia remains one of the poorest, least developed countries in Asia. The degree of Cambodia's standard of healthcare, among other indicators for a better quality of life, need to be improved.
Where we're going this time is to an area towards in the southern part of Cambodia, towards the Thai border, that probably has had little contact with medical care or any dental care at all.
The 6-day phase of the mission took place at the Kro Kuong Provincial Hospital's clinical quarter to evaluate and treat over 6,000 people.
She had that this half American doctor to treat them.
The ones who were able to travel to the clinic came with neglected deformities and traumatic illnesses that have been left untreated. Families lined up before sunrise, trying to find a miracle cure for a lifetime of suffering.
It's like getting free medication. They're very happy, and I hope you will come again.
With the suffering they have been dealt with, they managed to find ways to celebrate that they are alive and still have each other. Each face was a testament of strength, of loss, and now rebirth. Every morning, Cambodia is provided with a calm sunrise, and with each new day comes an opportunity to forge ahead. Carmina Landicha reporting from Kokong, Cambodia.
An important part of the clinic was the healthcare equipment. Lena Norena will show us firsthand the difference these equipment donations had on the humanitarian efforts.
Albendazole, Bactrim, and Advil were among the medicine that was brought to Kokong province in Cambodia, where the population is struck by disease and chronic illnesses like heart failure and diabetes. All this was in preparation for a medical and dental mission led by the Cambodian Health Professionals Association of America. Drug preparation was an essential part of the mission. Provincial hospital, the pharmacy was the bottleneck of the entire operation, with hundreds of patients waiting to get their meds. These boxes carried medicine to temporarily help with joint pain, heart conditions, skin problems, abdominal pain, diabetes, and the common cold, among others. Chippa was in Kokong province for 1 week and continued making trips to different poverty-stricken communities every year. From Kokong province, Cambodia, I'm Lena Norena.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
The people of Cambodia never get to see a dentist. The outside foods have added a great deal of sugar to their diet, which has caused a lot of tooth decay. Joseph McHale shows us exactly how the dentists of the mission saved many lives through their care.
Like many of the Cambodian natives, Kim Chanda heard about the free medical and dental mission put on by the Cambodian Health Professionals Association of America through a radio broadcast that had aired for a few months. 1 year ago, the pain in her upper molar started. She noticed massive headaches and major jaw irritation. Today is a good day for Kim.
She feels happy because she have to remove her teeth.
Challenges such as malnutrition, poverty, and severe health problems tend to force dental care to the bottom of many Cambodians' priority lists.
The primary concern is the survival.
For example, in a study of 50 people, only 5 had been to the dentist in the last year, 17 in the last 5 years, 15 in the last 10 years, and the last time 13 of them saw a dentist was over 15 years ago. None had ever flossed.
Yeah, the reason I came here, I just want to come and help all these Cambodian children and the people here who have no access to basic dental care.
And that was exactly what Chapa was able to accomplish during their stay at the Kokong Provincial Hospital. The dental clinic saw a total of 736 patients in the days it operated.
After hundreds of teeth, it makes you get better at it.
So why is oral care so poor in Cambodia?
Because they don't brush their teeth. They're struggling for survival. We're not talking about teeth. Clean teeth is not that important.
I wanted to see the long-term effects of not brushing or flossing, so I decided to get a hands-on learning experience while working alongside one of the dentists.
As you can see, I'm here with Dr. Franklin Young, who has trusted me to be his dental assistant for the last few days. And what I've learned is that the Cambodian people here have very poor dental hygiene. And the problem is they don't have access to real dental care because they live in a lot of remote areas. So they're not informed about how to properly take care of their teeth, like brushing and flossing and having good diet, as well as having yearly checkups like we have in the United States. Now, what we're doing here is a lot of extractions as well as fillings to kind of protect them for the future of long-term effects like infections that can lead to really serious problems.
So when will the next time these people see a dentist be? Will they have to wait until an organization like CHOPA is able to go to Kokong? Or is a breakthrough in Cambodia's economy on the horizon?
I hope, and that's my only hope, as the standard of living improves, I hope that they will be more concerned about, or more conscious about their dental care, their dental.
From the Kokong province of Cambodia, Joseph McHale.
Relief efforts of this mission went beyond the clinic. We have Carmina, who had the chance to get involved with the first prosthesis fittings in Cambodia.
At their age, when most men are thinking of retirement or at least settling down, these men are thinking of just feeling normal again. Meet Manham and Pot Narom. They are learning what is second nature for most. Man had to stop working after being shot at his right elbow as a soldier in 1972, and Pot Narom almost lost his life as a refugee of Pol Pot's regime. Pot lost hearing in his right ear, both of his eyes had been blown out, and his right hand detached.
Oh, that's the battlefield, and he tried to escape, and it hit by the weapon called the 79 pound.
In this world, there are 250,000 amputees worldwide who are registered by the United Nations. Now that figure is on the rise due to poverty, little to no health care, landmines, war, and other forms of violence.
You know, you have to have a permanent clinic. I donate my facility to CHOPA, to the United States, you know, for the LN4 prosthetic hand foundation. We ship them from the United States to Cambodia.
The process begins with the fitting, then Danny and Juanita make sure each hand is tweaked to fit like a glove. And then it seems there's an instant connection between each patient and their new hand.
Whether the person ends up using this on a regular basis, I love to see the fact that they're excited to receive these, that they try to grip things like the broom handles, really like the idea of being able to eat more normally again. That's fantastic to see.
All patients have to relearn movements such as writing, drinking, and eating. But this event provided more than just mobility. To Man and Pot, it has created a life-changing effect.
Oh, it's just like a magic, you know, to get, you know, to receive without the hands. It's like magic.
Reporting from Krokuong, Cambodia, I'm Carmina Landicho.
The stories today may be shocking, but they are real, and the students can be recognized for their efforts and professionalism. They work alongside some of the most dedicated physicians, dentists, nurses, and volunteers in the world. About a third of the students suffered mild ailments, but that didn't stop them from their reporting duties. They all agreed it was a life-changing experience. Certainly, they've earned the right to call themselves journalists. I'm Tony Fellow, and this has been World Press. Join us again when we explore another issue in global journalism.